Hello, beautiful women. Welcome to Emerald Rose Women Talk. We'll be concluding the spiritual tone of a woman today. I am Wagu Temitope Faith, the host of Emerald Rose Women Talk, and I will be the one taking the summary. We have invited Prophetess Jazel to this talk, and she has spoken a lot about the spiritual tone of a woman. She actually mentioned particular concepts, the concept of knowing your identity, the concept of being aware of your call as a woman. And that is where I'll be starting today. Behind the creation of a woman, there is a reason. Go into the Christian Bible. When God has created everything, including man, Adam, he knew that there was no balance. He knew that all of this needs a balance. He looked at Adam and he said, he needs an helpmate, an helper. The helper is not limited to being a married woman, it's not limited to being a mother. It's about balance for all creation. It's about balance for the world. And for that reason, he created a woman and he called her an helper. Search the Bible. The only person referred to as an helper, apart from God, is a woman. So for you to be a woman, there is a reason. For every woman, there is an assignment. And that is what brings us to the spiritual tone of a woman. Your creator, who has given you as an assignment, will not leave you like that. He will also give you an helper. He being God, he being your helper, he is your spiritual anchor. But you have to understand your spiritual tone. First of all, you must be able to know yourself. Know that you are not alone. Know that you being a woman, you are not alone. You need to start embracing your spiritual self, your inner man. I talked about knowing your inner man, and that will take me to that cheat code of you as a woman having a sustainable peace and sustainable growth. The simplest, cheapest thing you can give to yourself that God has given to you naturally is embracing yourself spiritually. Activating your inner man. That is the cheat code. Your greatest support as a woman amidst all of your challenges is your inner man. Your inner man is what gives you instincts. Your inner man is what talks to you. For Christians, that they call it Holy Spirit. Every woman has a very high rhythm of their spiritual tone. You see, life is physical and spiritual. For some people, their 50% life is physical, their 50% is spiritual. We have some people, their spiritual life might not be more than 10%. And those are the people that most of them, they will just come. They don't have impact. Nobody feels them. But you see, for women, some of them are 50%, 50%. Some are even like 60%, 40% physical. Some are like 70% spiritual, 30% physical. And that is why you should act in spirit as a woman. Don't focus on the challenges around you. No. Focus on the impact you are making. We've been discussing about purpose. We've been discussing about fulfillment. Now we are on the spiritual tone of a woman. All of these things aligns. Focus on what space do I feel in my working place? What space do I feel in my school? What space do I feel in my industry? What space do I feel in my home as a married woman, in my husband family, in my family? What space do I feel in my child's life as a mother? That is what you should be thinking about. Being spiritual is beyond religion. If anybody tells you being spiritual as a woman is tied to religion, no, that is slavery. Being spiritual is beyond religion, because naturally, primarily, life itself is physical and spiritual. And for women, your spiritual tone is very high because God knows you need it. He has filled you up. You see, a part of God lives in every human being. And you see, his essence is very high in women. We are a custodian of reproduction. We are a custodian of multiplicity. Being a woman, you are a sister. You are a mother. You will be a wife if you wish to. Being a woman, you help. You impact lives. You impact your husband. You impact your children. That impact you give into your children's life will be spread into their own children's life as well. You see, from one generation to another generation. You should know that God is intentional about women. If you want a sustainable peace as a woman, peace comes before growth. So growth without peace is nothing. Let me start with sustainable peace. If you want sustainable peace as a woman, you must be able to be aware of your spiritual self. It is not easy to have peace. It is not easy to feel peace. You must be able to know that beyond all of my challenges, I have peace inside of me. I have been through it. I am not giving you a rehearsed topic. At a point in my life, I stepped out of a situation that was not favoring me. When I was leaving, I don't know how to start, but I was after peace. There was no peace. I prayed. I want you to note that spirituality is beyond prayer. Yes, it's beyond prayer, because sometimes you'll be tired of praying. There are challenges. But the moment you're able to embrace your spiritual self, even when you are tired of praying, your spiritual essence will keep working. It will keep resonating. I prayed. As a Christian, I went into the book of Esther. I started reading. And then when I got where my instincts wanted me to hold on to, I held on to it. And I went into my first 3 day dry fast. No water, no food for 3 days. And on the day I was to make my decision, and my spirit told me, 4 witnesses will come down. I don't know. I just believed in my instincts, because at that time, I was already weak and I've left my life alone for God to take over. I just said, okay. And it said, these 4 witnesses will follow you all the days of your life. And I started. I took that step. I want you to know that since then till this time, I don't know how I've been doing it. There has been growth. And there is one thing I don't joke with. It is casting my burden on him. As a Christian, on Jesus. That's what the Bible says. Cast your burden on him. To talk spiritually generally, I don't stress myself over anything. If my spirit wants me to make impact, I do it with my last card. If my spirit wants to make me go on a journey, I do it. I went on an House of Representative race recently. I don't know how I was doing it, but I was just walking the path. You know what? I was doing it for my peace. As a woman, if you want sustainable peace, You must serve the reason, the purpose you were called to serve. Serve it, and now see if you anything, if you ever want. Yes, that is the word. If you ever want. Yoruba, let me say it in Yoruba. Àṣírí ẹ ò ní tú as a woman. It looks like pastors that they tell them sometimes they should not work. As a woman, if you embrace your spirituality, you will be enjoying what those pastors that are not working, you will be enjoying what they are enjoying. For me, I am enjoying it. It's not as if money will come and meet you where you are. Everything will work in alignment for your purpose. The more you chase impact, the more you chase reason, the more you help people, the more you impact lives, the more you wish people well, the more you support your fellow woman, the more you work towards peace anywhere you find yourself, the more you take care of people around you, the more you serve the universe, the more peace you will enjoy. And then when peace is activated, growth activates. Yes. The moment you fall in alignment and you start enjoying peace, a shift will happen and will accelerate. It is not just accelerating, sustainable accelerating, sustainable growth. I want you to take note of this cheat code. The cheat code of having a sustainable peace and sustainable growth as a woman is embracing your spiritual anchor. For you to embrace your spiritual anchor, who is God, you must be able to understand your spiritual tone. For you to understand your spiritual tone, you must know your identity. You must know yourself. You must accept that you are on this earth for a reason. And you must be willing to serve the purpose. You must be willing to achieve your goal in life that has been set for you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. As a woman, you are a custodian. Beyond marriage, beyond childbearing, you have an assignment. This is the conclusion of the spiritual tone of a woman. I'm very emphatic today. Look, as a woman, hold your belly, because it takes the grace of God. Hold your belly and ask your God to give you the grace to be fulfilled, the grace to pursue impact, the grace to serve your purpose, and be willing to align. A woman who focuses on the impacts that she can make in a day will not be waiting for a man to shower her love. Oh. That's some of the things that causes issues in marriage. Oh. Yes. She will not be waiting, or she won't remember. And I want you to know that as a woman, the moment you start chasing that your assignment, see, if it's marriage you want, like you want men to be following you, men will be chasing you. If it's your husband, you're already married, you want your husband to be chasing you up and down. You want to be the center of his attention. Chase your purpose. Oh. When you chase your purpose, you start loving yourself. You will become a vessel. You know you are a vessel. But some of us are just vessels for childbearing and being a wife. You are a vessel for a purpose. Women are change agents. So focus on your purpose. Prepare yourself as a vessel. Focus on taking care of yourself. Be spiritually conscious. I don't want this message to go to waste. If you have any question, we have several pages or in the comment section. You can ask questions. Please do ask questions. Life is beyond the business we are after as a woman. Yes. After all the business and all the money, when you are gone, what is going to be left? If you don't know yourself, your identity surrounds all this our spirituality, all this our spiritual essence. So if you don't know yourself, you don't know your identity, there is no way you can fulfill purpose. Oh. And your purpose is what will be your legacy after you are gone. So, dear women, you need to start manifesting in your essence as women. You are custodians. Take charge. You don't need systematic orders. We don't need policies for us to manifest our essence as women. It starts from home. It starts from inside of yourself. What to conceptualize inside of you. Yes. Dear women, that is what Emerald Rose Women Foundation stands for. To support you to fulfill the assignments that you were designed for. And a generation of empowered women. We make a happy world. Yes. When a woman is empowered, everybody are empowered. Empowered people are what? They are happy. When a woman is empowered, she feels peace. She gives joy. She gives love to children, her husband, family, her family. So can you see? If you don't have peace in yourself, there is no amount of empowerment anybody can do for you. There is no amount of empowerment anybody can do for you that will heed anything. Yes. So, concluding the topic of the spiritual tone of the woman, I'm giving you an advice, packed with the grace of God, that as a woman, embrace your spirituality. Know your identity. It is your wish to make impact, especially to be happy. It is the wish of every woman to be happy. And the secret of happiness is sustainable peace. The secret of sustainable peace is embracing your inner man. That is your spiritual essence. Your spiritual essence, which is your inner man, will always inspire you. The instinct, it will talk to you. The instinct, when you have problem, it will tell you what to do. It will encourage you. It will remind you. It is just for some time. Challenges will always come. Life is good and evil. It has to be balanced. And women, you have the spiritual anchor that is every moment over you. You are in the middle of this balance. Embrace your spirituality. If you have questions, drop it in the comment section. And prepare yourself for our 12-week episode of Femininity of Women as a Weapon to Thrive. My name is Iwuagu Temitope Faith, Executive Director of Emerald Rose Women Foundation. Bye. Love you.